Well, welcome back to the kitchen. And from the late 70s, 1979 it says on the motor, this is massive Ferguson Cassiever. In effect a music centre without the record deck on top. No doubt it was sold with a record deck on top, and it has a button for a magnetic cartridge, so you can plug it in at the back. Usual 5-pin DIN connectors on the back, so that might be a bit of a challenge if you wanting to run a magnetic turntable. But it came from eBay. I haven't got this off eBay. It's rather a lot of money as it goes. We've had to do a couple of little things. The pause button was damaged, part of the linkage was actually snapped. So somebody had been in there before us, unfortunately, and so I can't quite get it to lie at exactly the right angle, but it does work again, having been super glued and reinforced with a small piece of ferro board, so hopefully that'll be the last time that does that. The mechanism's gear driven, but within lurks quite a sizable flat belt. This was hopelessly slack, so another belt. But have you ever seen an eject mechanism like this? That's how they do the damping, with this little flywheel and the pulley, and then the spring just returns it back. Reminds me of Blackpool Corporation's Van Back tramway controller. Thankfully this seems to still work after 30 years. Alas, their experiment was not so successful. And the record playback is not unlike that. That's done by a similar rig out, with cord there as used for the radio dial over here actually. You press record, it pulls on this lever and clunk. But the Dolby on here is the tape selector switch is something else again. There's what amounts to a miniature car clutch cable for each of them, and they go down there. But it all seems to work, so you can't really knock it. It's made in Japan, built like a brick, you know what. It weighs a ton. Getting this mechanism out was a complete pain, I have to admit. They're not the easiest things to dismantle. But having done it, hey, you can see it shows definite signs of promise. Everything seems to work. It all lights up and has a stonkingly good sound. Very nice warm bass indeed on there, isn't there? They're only the light ET speakers I refurbished. They're not actually powerful enough for this, because you can see from the size of the transformer it's quite a hefty amp, but it gives out about 25 watts per channel. You can plug 2 pairs of speakers into it through 2-pin DIN plugs. So it's a sort of updated version of the other one I had that Adam's now got. A sort of Mark II version, but it is better because it's got the Dolby tape hiss reduction on it and the different types of tape selector there. So yeah, I think we can say this is a bit more advanced. It's a shame they don't make them like this anymore. But there doesn't seem to be any big black horrible microchip amp in there. It is all done through discrete components. Big power transistors down there, and the size of this heatsink says it all, it's fast. So there we are. That's another old crop.